Hello and welcome to another episode of BLG News for the week of June the 30th. I'm Marcus Boston. Yes, we are out and about. Today we're shooting the news at the beautiful, as you guys can see behind me, Greenbrier Park in Hagerstown, Maryland. So we're out of the city today. And we're in California, right, Renee? Is this California. So we're in California. These individuals are looking for a nanny to help out with the household chores and the kids and all of that. Well, they go and they find a nanny. Obviously, they don't do a good background check. They hire the nanny moves in, and all of a sudden she starts working for the first week or so. And then after that, nanny is like, oh, I'm living here now. I'm chilling. I'm not cleaning. I'm not doing anything. So the nanny has pretty much living with them now, but not doing what she's hired to do. So the family gets mad and they're like, look, we want to fire her. We're going to try to get her out. They try to put her out and she won't leave. She refuses to leave the house. So the family is like, well, what do we do now? Well, long story short, the news is now reporting that the nanny is now missing. Is that right, Renee? The nanny is now missing. So you have to stay tuned on that. Guys, just look on the internet on this story. It was on Yahoo News and some of the other Google outlets. So that's an interesting story in the news. The last story that I would like to deal with, Renee, what was the last story we want to talk about?
People who are desperately in need of vacations.
That's right, people who are in desperate need of vacation. This story, guys, you're just not going to believe this. This story deals with a family, with husband and wife. Husband and wife, they are trying to catch a cruise. Now, y'all know that Renee and I, we cruise a lot. So we know how this is. Trying to catch the cruise, and they get to the port, find out that the wife, well, this is according to the husband, the wife has misplaced the passports, right? It could have been the husband, it had to be the wife. The wife misplaces the passports. Husband just flips out. I think they end up trying to rent a car, right, Renee? They try to rent a car, they drive back home to get the passports, and then they were gonna try to meet the ship at a different port. Well, somewhere between driving back home, I think, according to the news stories, the husband flips out, stabs the wife, and then runs her over with the car. I mean, this is crazy. Husband just loses it. So this story has a very bad ending for the wife on this end, and the husband is now, he's been arrested, right, Renee? He's now arrested, and so all of this over a cruise. We cruise too. We like to go on vacation, but it's just not that serious, guys, to the point to where you've got to stab each other and run each other over with cars. It's just not that serious. Well, that's going to be it for today's news. You know the drill. If you have a story that you would like to share with us, you can send us an email to info@bostonlawllc.com. Again, that's info@bostonlawllc.com. We'd be glad to put your story in with the news. If it has something to do with what we're doing here at BLG, we would be glad to have that and try to work that in. Well, again, I'm Marcus Boston. The beautiful lady behind the camera that you don't see today is my lovely wife. Wait a minute. The news, wait a minute, I can't end here. We have a movie review, Renee. We've got a movie review. That's right, and I'm glad my phone rung. We have a movie review, and I've got to mention this, guys. I know the news is long this week, but I've got to mention this because this movie review came from a BLG fan, and this is a review of the movie X-Men. So I'm gonna read some of the email that was sent to us about X-Men. And this is the new movie that came out a couple of weeks ago. So if you're thinking about seeing it, this is this BLG's fans' take on it. X-Men Days of the Future Past was a good watch with many strengths and weaknesses. Luckily, the positives and negatives cancel each other out and make a pretty decent movie. Its strong points, in my opinion, were definitely the beginning scenes. The beginning was a powerful way to introduce viewers to the characters like Warpath, Blink, Kitty, and many others. The use of teamwork and showing off each mutant's powers and ability makes this movie awesome. The only thing is I wish there would have been more of it. In the beginning, the directors gave the viewers this action. However, as the movie progresses, it becomes more about the squabbling between three old friends. And yes, you can guess what I'm referring to. Charles Xavier, Eric, well, you guys will know him as Magneto, and Mystique. This is the vibe that I got from watching the movie. Basically, three powerful friends fighting with each other, added in with the bonus of Quicksilver, Beast, and obviously Wolverine. Now, don't get me wrong, there's plenty of action, and that happens in between, but the main focus of this movie is about the three of them. However, if you are an X-Men fan, fights with Storm, Wolverine, Iceman, Colossus, etc., there are two scenes that give the X-Men fighting, that give you the X-Men fighting together as a team. This is at the beginning and the ending scenes. Pretty much this reviewer is saying that they would wish that it would have been more of that. However, if you're looking for X-Men action, as if the whole team is involved, then you would need to wait until this hits the red box. Well, guys, that's it for Netflix. That's it, guys. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.